Dear students, I am Dr. Garima Srivastava from Lal Bahadur Shastri College, Lucknow. Now, we were discussing the technological advancement and its impact on business communication. We have also discussed about the physical workplace where an office infrastructure was available, and in this office infrastructure the people come, the employees come, they meet face to face, do their daily work, do their daily activities, the job related duties and responsibilities, and they exchange information with the help of email. Now, with the advent of more and more technological upgradations and development in the technological aspect of communication, we are now using come into play using many of the tools that are being used for the communication purpose in the business organizational setup. Now, when we use these tools in the organizational setup, business organizational setup, that kind of workplace is called as digital workplace. Now, of course, when we talk about digital workplace, an infrastructure cannot be an aspect. The need of infrastructure doesn't comes into play. There is no need to meet face to face. The information can be shared on the internet or the intranet, or other tools can be used to share the information. So, for this sharing of the information, it is important that how far you are able to use the technology in a successful manner. So, when we talk about digital workplace, which is now considered an natural evolution of the workplace, it encompasses all the technological staff used to do their jobs. That means, whatever jobs were being done by the by the staff earlier, it has now been replaced by the technology and its upgradation. Now, it is important that the staff or the employees in the organization, they understand how to use the technology and effectively use this technology at the workplace. So, we were talking about the various basic communication tools that can be used for the communication purpose or sharing of information in the organization. Now, these tools are internet, intranet, mail, SMS, emails, telephones, where we are used to cell phones and the different data plans come into play, web conferencing, video conferencing or the teleconferencing, and then online collaboration and productivity tools. Now, these are the basic tools which are used in the organizational setup, organizational formal setup for sharing of the information, and of course, with the sharing of information, certain other aspects can also be covered when we talk about technology at the workplace. Now, when we talk about the technology at the workplace, technology replacing all the aspects of the workplace, different activities of the workplace. That means, for example, face to face meeting are now being converted into video conferencing or the Zoom meetings or Google meetings. This kind of workplace is called as digital workplace. Now, very far physical workplace has now been replaced by digital workplace. Why? Because more and more work activities, more work processes are now being conducted with the use of technology. Now, coming down to the very first communication tool, that is internet. We are all aware about the internet. Now, as the world is changing and with the advent of the digital technology, we are even changing with a very faster aspect. Why? Because technology has upgraded people, technology has upgraded processes and functions of the organization in various different manner. And with this processes, with this change in processes and functions of the organization, we are even moving very faster as we used to move in the earlier days. So, all the kinds of collaborations, all the kind of strategies that were being implemented in months, in years earlier days, these are being implemented, these are being done in few minutes, few seconds nowadays with the help of technology. Today, more than ever, internet communication has made sure that the people connect with each other, even though they are sitting at two sides of the earth, and they are even communicating with each other with no problem at all. So, when we talk about internet, it has certain aspects or it has certain features which help the internet to be a successful tool for the business communication. The very first aspect is versatility. When we talk about versatile communication, we talk about internet. Why? Because internet is available 24/7. There is no time when the the internet crashes, when you are not able to connect with the other person through internet. When doing business, this can definitely be a very good point, a very positive aspect. While dealing in the emergency situation, when faster communication is important, faster decision making abilities are important, and often in such situations, such emergency situations, people are not even able to meet, even able to make calls to the other person. So, in those such situations, internet can play a very important role, especially in the world of social media advertising, where one second of the bad publicity seems likely like eternity. That means as internet is making a positive aspect on the brand image, on the publicity of the organization, it can also make a negative impact if the situations are not handled at a perfect time, with a perfect decision. Then the second aspect, leveling. Now, there is a kind of balancing being made between the people who are extrovert in an organization and who are outspoken in the organization. So, we have both kinds of people in the organization. The people who are able to express their feelings, they are able to come face to face with the other person, they are able to present their views, they are able to conversate with the other person face to face with an easy manner. But the people who are somewhat extrovert, who are not able to face the different situations, who feel awkward to face the people, for them internet is an important aspect, because through the help of internet, through the help of this technology, they are able to present their views, they are able to present their thought in front of the people, and they can draw out their thoughts in a very beautiful manner, in a very effective manner, as compared to the earlier days when they need to face the people face to face. So, internet is also making a kind of leveling, making a kind of balance between the people who are not able to face people in the organization with the people who are able to face the face to face conversation. Then comes well documented. When we talk about internet, the different aspects, different tools that we are using on internet, we are using different aspects, we are able to document our information in a very good manner. Why? Because it is saving a lot of time of reaching that particular place, or sending that information to a particular person. So, the time that was spent in writing the letters and then mailing it, then posting it, and it reaches after 10 days to the person to whom it was intended, all this time can be saved. So, now this saved time can be invested in well documenting our information. Communication on the internet is well documented, thus creating a more responsible environment where people are held accountable for their words. Now, coming down to the fourth point, that is growing community. Through the internet communication, people are more likely to be supportive and engaged in discussions rather than communication forums. Now, we are going to take up some of the examples of internet communication. So, for example, we are having social media sites and mails. We are all aware of the social media websites like Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, wherein you are able to access almost everyone on this earth. That means that person, if you are aware of a person sitting in Lucknow and you are aware of a person who is sitting in US, you can directly contact him through simple steps and message him within seconds to that particular person. Then electronic mail or mails or emails, formal mails we can say, is also a techy version of traditional mails. Now, when we used to mail earlier, we used to take time into also consideration that how far this mail will require, how much time this mail will require to reach that particular intended person. Now, today if we are using electronic mail, we are sending messages to the intended person only within seconds, within a click of button with the help of technology. Now, talking about the chat rooms, what are chat rooms? It is equivalent to getting to know each other, where people come together to communicate in a same room. Now, when we talk about room, it means a particular platform wherein several people can come together, they can exchange their views, ideas or thoughts on a particular topic and thus share information among themselves. Then comes the forums. Now, when we talk about forums, forums are somewhat related to chat rooms, but they are not exactly chat rooms, because in chat rooms the people come together, they speak at the same time simultaneously, but in forums we present our views on a particular kind of topic, and every view is called a thread in a forum. Now, forum are especially directed to people who have questions, ideas or thoughts about a particular topic. That means forums are very good for a kind of group discussion. So, if you have a certain kind of question in your mind, you can definitely present your views, ideas or questions in that forum, and the people who are connected to this forum, they may answer these questions with the help of their educational expertise, they can answer these questions with the help of their specialization, their own experience in their life, and you can take up the views and thoughts of the people to implement in your own business ideas. Then comes blogging. This is considered as pre-net journal or diary. Now, blogging is somewhat informal kind of communication when we talk about internet communication. Over here anyone of the public can come up and give his views or ideas about that particular topic. Now, when we talk about blogging, it is informal. Why? Because it is just a view or thought of the person who is giving that idea on the blog, but the authenticity of the information again remains questionable, because the person who is giving the idea or the person who is giving the answer to that particular idea, there is no authenticity that this idea or this thought is a correct one or the answer to this question is a correct one. So, we need so of course, with these particular tools, we also need to understand what are the authentic source from where we can take up the ideas, where we can take up the information, and what are the non-authentic sources where we can get false kind of information from the internet. So, extracting information from the internet is also an important aspect when we talk about technology. Now, coming down to the very first tool, that is intranet. Now, here the word intra means within or for the organization. Now, it means this kind of information is not available for the people who are external to the organization. Intranet is available to the people who are within the organization or the employees of the organization. They float in information on the intranet. Every kind of information is floated on the intranet, and the people who are within the organization, who are the employees of the organization, they are able to access this information. For external people, this information is not available at all anywhere. So, that is why it in many times it is referred to as internal information. Now, sometimes some part of intranet is also open to the people, such as your stakeholders or your shareholders, and such part, if it is open to the shareholders or the stakeholders, such part of intranet is also called as extranet. So, we can say intranet is an important aspect of your business, and confidential complicated information can be floated on the intranet, and every person within the organization can have access to it, have faster and quick access to it, and different decisions can be taken in a faster manner. Now, when it comes to effective business communication, the intranet is the best of all. The intranet that is used within the company helps the employees to know all about the happenings within that company. That means, when we use intranet within an organization, it makes the people aware, it makes the employees aware of different aspects of the organization, and what all is happening within the organization, the people are also aware of it. Without even moving to that place, without even moving to that particular office, the people are aware that this particular information is floating within the organization. The internet can be used for providing newsletters, articles and various documents of the company. So, these letters are open to all the people who are within the organization, and this is not open to people who are external to the organization at all. It is open to everyone in the organization who is an active internet connection. Now, for intranet purpose also, you need an active internet connection. This gives access to anyone within the company, irrespective of his location, to have information related to the company. Now, the intranet in the company is very secure. It is a secure way of sharing of information within the organization. This means that anyone from outside the organization cannot access this information at all. One of the core benefit of intranet is that it allows for a central communication area for the entire company. That means it can help as a centralized authority system. It can help as it can focus as a centralized communication system of an organization, where every information will be uploaded, and all the person within the organization or any intended person within the organization can have access to this information. So, when one part of the intranet is made available to the customers or other people outside the organization, when we say people outside the organization, these people are related to the organization. That means no stranger can have access to the intranet. That means if you want to give some kind of information to your shareholders or your stakeholders, some part of intranet is made available to them. Now, this part will be called as extranet. Firms and businesses can send messages to each other privately. Now, internet will help you access different information, share different information within the organization. It will help you into various kind of collaborations, strategic collaborations with the different people outside the organization, your potential customers, your potential other companies, organizations who can be your partners in future. You can also share different kind of data between different people in the organization. Then the communication will be done at a very faster manner, in a quick and easy manner, and this kind of information remains secure. Private network, it is a kind of private network, that means it is a secure network. The information of an organization cannot leak out that easily, and thus secured information within the within the organization on the internet will be helpful for the organization itself, for its powerful collaborations, powerful strategic collaborations, or bringing in some kind of confidential information. Then comes the benefit of the internet. What is the benefit of internet? How far intranet is beneficial to the organization? The very first point is it is more productive. Due to the intranet, the information can be accessed anywhere, anytime, in a faster manner, as per the needs of your own organization, as per the need of the organization, as per the needs of your customers. So, intranet can be used accordingly. It is more time saving. It helps the people in the organization to get the information in a faster manner, on the basis of their needs. So, for example, if in a data sheet you just need a data of, say, suppose 21st January. So, you can extract only that data from by filtering out the data from 21st January. There is no need to go through all the files, all the registers which you were doing it in a manual manner earlier days. You can do it in a very easy manner, just applying filter on the intranet. Then it reduces cost. Now, of course, having your own personal intranet can reduce the cost of sharing of information with the people, with the other people in the organization. It also reduces the cost of different desktops, smartphones within the organization. So, anytime the information is needed, employees can access them using their desktops or their smartphones. There is no need to invest extra money on other such kind of tools for accessing the data. It can essentially save time and money of the organization. Then fourthly, benefits of the internet. The communication part. Intranet will help you save time and communicate and share information in a faster manner, so that all the critical situations or the emergency situations can be handled in a proper, efficient manner by the people in the organization. Now comes the emails. We all are aware about the email. Email means electronic mails or messages which are sent or transmitted, received by the by digital computers. So, whatever we are doing through the sending of mails, sending of messages on the mails through internet are called as emails. Now, when we talk about certain etiquettes of the emails, we have to see that emails cannot be very long. That means you need to keep it short. That means whenever you are communicating in an organization, you have to keep the subject matter to a very short sentences, short precise sentences, clear and to the point sentences, accurate sentences should be used in the subject, in the body matter. Reply to all, you should understand what does reply to all mean, what does CC BCC means in the mail. That means to whom you are sending the intended information, you are sending the intended information to which group, all this should be known. So, it is a very good feature of email wherein you can select the type of a receiver who is going to receive the message. So, if I want a person, I want that this person should not know that I have sent this mail to all the other people, to which group I have sent this mail, you can put that person's name in the BCC list. Now, it means it is a very good feature wherein you can select the type of user, select the type of receiver who will receive your mail. Then descriptive subject. Now, of course, when in the subject line you should always put in a subject wherein you have to focus what is the basic subject of your mail. For example, you are sending a report on recruitment, so you can put in a subject like report on recruitment done on 28th of January. Now, this will directly give a focus to the receiver that this particular email is having information regarding the recruitment done on the 20th January. Then comes searchable mails. The subject matter will also help you to search different mails from a bin of a mails, from a large number of mails. Now, how you are going to search? Mails can be searched also. So, if you are doing it in manual manner, if you are doing it in registers without an automated manner, it will be difficult to find out the different mails which may have come in past. Through emails, through your automated systems, this searching can be done in a very easy manner. An email system allows user on the network to send text, graphics, or sometimes sound animated images to the other person. Now, what are the benefits of an email? You can send an electronic file such as a document, a spreadsheet full of data, or a rough draft of your paper. Any kind of extension of the file can be sent on the email. You can send it, but the main restriction is that email has a certain length in which only you have to send this particular information. You can distribute information to a large number of people, that means one email can be sent to a large number of people at one go, at just one click. So, you can distribute information to a large number of people quickly. For example, a memo that needs to be sent to the entire office. So, you can select the entire office or mail IDs of the entire office, and you can just send the same message to the entire people, entire office at the same go. Then you can save important mails to refer back to what someone has said in past. So, you can always save important mails so that they can serve as a kind of proof or a review of content in future. So, important mails can be saved with the help of emails. Now, coming down to the advantages of email, why you cannot use email for every kind of information. So, for sending of the different documents, different JPG files, different PDF files, we can use emails to send across the internet to the certain person, certain intended person, and it will also help us to send it in a very faster manner. But certain times are there when emails cannot be used. You cannot use an email when the message is long, complicated, and requires additional discussion that would be accomplished only through face-to-face conversation. So, when we require long, complicated conversation before ending up into the particular suggestions, before coming up to a summation of a information, we will not be able to use emails. So, for this long purpose, we will be using something else which will be requiring face-to-face conversation as well as a long form of draft. When the information is highly confidential, email is never good. When your message is emotionally charged or a tone of emotion is to be given, a feeling is given, then emails cannot be used. Then comes the SMS. SMS means short message services, texting messages or service component. They are even faster than your emails. Sometimes emails may be ignored, emails may be unread by the receiver, but the SMSs are always read by the receiver. So, it is faster and quicker manner, and it ensures that it reaches the intended person. It uses standardized communication protocols that let mobile devices exchange short text messages between the two people. Now, what are the benefits of SMS? They can be immediately delivered. Now, SMSs can be very short, they can be simple to the precise. Short messages can be sent through SMS to the intended person. They are cheaper. You can send this message to any person across the world, so it has a global reach. These kind of SMSs can be precise, and you can put up direct sentences with simple words, wherein you can put the intended message to the intended person. It saves a lot of time. It also helps us to ensure that the person has got that SMS who has been intended for that message. That means a delay can happen in the email, but a delay cannot happen in the SMS. So, for more reliability, you can have SMS as a tool for communication. Now, coming down to the teleconferencing and video conferencing, these are also a means of communication when we use technological tools. It is a means, it means meeting through a telecommunication medium. It is a generic term for linking people between two or more locations by electronic media. There are at least 6 types of teleconferencing, that is audio, audiographic, computer, video, business televisions and distance education. When we talk about video conferencing, software is a solution that allows 2 or more persons to talk and see each other remotely. Video conferencing software has now acquired helpful tool and features more remote communicating and learning. So, these are more advanced features when we talk about different tools of communication, and we come face to face with each other, wherein we can talk also and we can see the person on the other hand. Now, coming down to the, when we talk about difference between audio conferencing and video conferencing, of course, video conferencing is a better option when we go in for different collaboration, strategic decisions that are being taken in the organization. When we talk about audio conferencing, it uses phones and audio media. It is easy, you can just set up your meetings and meet the person on the other hand. It saves a lot of time of the person on both the ends, and it is an affordable media. That means you just need an internet connection and a smartphone, you can connect with the other person through audio conferencing. Now, over here audio conferencing does not support any kind of documentation. So, over here no documentation can be done. Then it can't show the body language or the non-verbal communication skills of the other person. When we talk about video conferencing, it can be somewhat expensive. Video conferencing takes a lot of data, takes a lot of time to connect, and sometimes there are interruptions in the internet connections also. So, video conferencing cannot be a good option at that time. It can show, but video conferencing can show the different documents through presentations of the sender. It can show the body language and the non-verbal communication skills of the other person, because we are able to see the person on the other hand. So, both these kind of conferencing through we are able to the two people on the, on that platform are able to connect to each other through audio device and audio visual device. Both have certain different kinds of aspects which can be taken as advantages and disadvantages, but we have to see as a in an organization that what kind of media should be used, what kind of tool should be used to communicate or share this kind of information. So, accordingly we will be choosing among the audio conferencing or the video conferencing data. So, these were the basic tools through which business communication can be done in an easy and efficient manner, wherein time and money and energy of the organization can be saved by the organization. Thank you.